North Atlantic Ocean, almost 40 degrees north. Yesterday I discovered the skid deck shoe. Not the non-skid deck shoe, the skid deck shoe. Most people have deck shoes and you can see the little wavy lines on the bottom. You'll be very, very careful. If the wavy lines don't split apart, then they're not really non-skid shoes. And in fact, these I've discovered are skid shoes, for sure. They're a very well-known American retail brand. And they are lethal. It doesn't have to be wet. They're lethal on our deck, they're lethal on the quayside, dockside. So because they're so slippery and I didn't replace them at our last port of call, I've been going around wearing nothing on my feet, bare feet, horrible feet. As a consequence, I now have cut toe. Oh look, yuck. Cut toe, 2 cuts on 1 toe. Excuse me, bald head. Up and come again. You can use these are my flop flips, but you trip, so they're very dangerous. Should never be used at sea. Maybe in the cockpit, but not for moving around on deck. And if you don't have non-skid shoes, all you have are skid shoes, then the only other thing is feet. And feet become bloody feet. So you need enclosed shoes really for moving around on the deck. That's the story, the lesson of yesterday anyway. Already knew it. Good to relearn these things. So wind, you can probably see the boat's rocking and rolling. There is no sound of the engine. Fantastic. We're sailing, and actually we're sailing pretty well. The boat's doing probably about 4 knots, something like that, hull speed. But we're picking up the Gulf Stream for sure, and we're doing at least 6 knots over the ground, and maybe a little bit more. Yesterday's 24-hour run was 151 nautical miles, and that's over the ground. So that's excellent, 151. Wow, our planning speed for this boat is 100 miles a day, average of about 4 knots. So really pleased by that, and long should this continue. However, given that we've had weather that is so terribly calm, I decided to reach out to a buddy of mine. He's set me up with a weather routing company in the States. Doesn't cost very much money, maybe 40, 50 bucks, something like that, for your entire transatlantic, and it gives you the ability to be able to call into them and get weather information and also professional routing information. Well, a simple passage like this, do you really need it, don't you need it? Well, we've been heading gradually north to hit the latitude 40 degrees north. That's what all the guidebooks recommend. But the truth is there's a higher pressure system just beyond that, and as the fellow on the telephone on the SATCOM said to me a little bit earlier, if you continue much further north, and if you go north beyond 40 degrees, you're going to run out of wind. And then when wind does set back in, because of the way the systems are at the moment, the pressure systems are, you'll actually have wind on the nose, and you'll be beating pretty much all the way across to Horta, across to the Azores. So great, we've just hardened up a little bit because the wind's in the southwest. We've hardened up a little bit, and we're now sailing pretty much due east directly for the Azores. So we're now on a run line course to the Azores. Hurrah! Just over 1,000 miles to go, about 1,100 miles to go. So super. What else has been happening? Well, had a visitor yesterday, little birdie, little teeny birdie, little teeny tiny birdie, and he came on board and then disappeared, and then when he came back again, the cat fast asleep. I think maybe we said something about that yesterday. The cat was fast asleep, the cat's here, bird's just there, cat's completely oblivious to the bird. He stayed for quite a while, but eventually he went. When he came back, he came and he sat on my shoulder, and so I am now known as the bird whisperer because I had a conversation with him. He's there, he's on my shoulder like a parrot or something, and had a nice little conversation with him, and then he disappeared again. Well, this morning he reappeared on the chart table. He had actually somehow got below overnight, and without a doubt he's been on the boat throughout the whole of the hours of darkness. Skipper was oblivious, the first mate was oblivious, the cat was wholly oblivious, until this morning when very unusually the cat was waiting at the bottom of the companionway steps, just trying to look innocent. Cat nose is on there. Where we currently sit is bird is in the aft cabin. Cat is in the aft cabin. Cat is asleep. 2 foot from the bird. Bird's actually in quite a safe place, but 2 foot from the bird. Cat still trying to look innocent. 17-pound cat trying to look innocent. It's actually very, very funny. He doesn't go down there. So that's where he is. Hopefully the birdie will be okay. But he's taken a good long rest, and he's taken the opportunity to foul our aft cabin. Thanks, birdie. But that's okay. What else we had? There's a couple of big gulls or something that have been whirling around here, so I'm guessing that they're the birds that are chasing him, and if they get him they'll kill him, quite clearly. So he's having a bit of a rest, and chances are he'll shake out his tail feather and he'll get going, maybe later today. So what else has been happening? You need to remind me, first mate. What else has been going down?
Oh, squally weather overnight.
Squally weather overnight, yep. A few line squalls blew through. One of them came to the yacht, nothing too dramatic. And you can see them sort of marching off into the distance. Not particularly grey, not like the one we had a few nights ago, which was just a boom of thunder and a flash of lightning and 40 odd knot winds and almost laid us flat. These ones are just a little bit of breeze, makes the yacht harden up. So that's out there. It's certainly cloudy all round, bright blue skies over our heads, but cloudy all around. So not unpleasant, bowling along at 6 knots plus directly towards our destination. Just had some coconut macaroons, beautiful gluten-free coconut macaroons, absolutely gorgeous. Our favourite food on the boat. We only have a few left, sadly. Anything else? What else has been happening? No, nothing.
No, nothing.
Nothing much going down.
Oh, we had the Bermuda longtails come back again.
The BLTs, the Bermuda longtails, they've been back again. So here we are bowling along. At last we are sailing, and this last 24 hours has been the first significant sailing that we've done in the 9 days since we left Bermuda. So we're very, very happy. Beard's coming along nicely. Wife is thoroughly appreciative of this. She really likes a man with a beard. Probably not. I have to shave it off eventually, but hey, yo ho ho, we're at sea. Another day. I think we're now clear of the Bermuda Triangle, but we are not clear of the Bermuda longtails. Our BLTs. Beautiful creatures.
Might be now you stop the clicking in the boom.
Right, yeah, we had a clicking in the boom. Just a click, 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 click.
And it sounds like the Bermuda longtail.
It's exactly. The Bermuda longtail, they fly and they go. Fluttering all around, so maybe they think this is one big 36-foot very heavy Bermuda longtail because we're making the Bermuda longtail mating call. And they're coming in, probably looking for a shag. Sorry, that's a different type of seabird. Bless them. So maybe they won't come back anymore now that we've stopped clicking, because we sorted the clicking. It was actually the topping lift, hard eye at the end of the topping lift, just making a clicking noise. Quite irritating. It's keeping me awake on watch. How dare it keep you awake on watch? He said recklessly. Okay, great. Nice to talk to you. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye. Say bye-bye, First Mate.
Bye.
First Mate says bye-bye. See ya. I says, do you remember what an isosceles triangle is? And the hypotenuse and all that stuff? And what earthly use has it been to me all these years, having learnt that so diligently at school? I don't think I've used any of that once.
And what's it called?
It's called edumacation.
Trigonometry.
Oh, trigonometry, that thing.
And algebra. It's been really useful.
Algebra has been extremely useful to me. I have to say algebra, particularly algebra. Yeah. And a bunch of other stuff as well. Mott and Bailey castles. can't tell you the numbers of times that I've needed that information about Mottram Daly castles. It's just extraordinary. Pardon me. Product placement. Oops, excuse me. Anyway, the weather's calmed down a little bit now. And we're just kind of, you know, pardon me, reflecting on the meaning of life and all the worldly experiences we've had over the years and how useful trigonometry has been and all of that. Probably has its uses in sail making. But the thing is, you see, I don't make sails, I buy them. Call me Mr. Cynical, if you wish. Beautiful evening. Bowling along, 3.3 knots on the log, 5 knots under the keel, 5 knots across the ground. Nice. On our way to the Azores. And there is nothing in this apart from Sprite Zero. See you later.